What up, Drew? Where you at? 540 Chopper, Jay Holly, Blaze, Timmy Bryan, uh, HHRC, Brandon, Tommy, ASU Hornets. Everybody's for the support. Everybody, thank y'all. I appreciate it. If I didn't mention you in this one, leave a comment or something, bro, so I can get you on the next one. You know what I mean? I'm giving it out to the people that are commenting. So we're going to start it off. Rellism Sports Talk, episode 44. And it's crazy. We're going to start with some baseball talk. We're going to have baseball talk. We're going to talk about the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. We're going to talk about who's hot, who's not, who's trending up, who's trending down. And just what's wrong with baseball. We're going to try to figure out what's wrong. What are they doing right now? They have opportunities to do a lot of big things, and they're not doing these things. It's making me irritated. We're going to talk about the NIL rule for NCAA. With one situation is doing the right thing, and I think more is going to have to do that. We're going to talk about today in sports. That's how we're going to start it off, really, because I got to get into that baseball. Of course, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals. Should Giannis start tonight? Should he play? And then we're going to talk about the Hard Knocks. I know everybody saw a little Hard Knocks, and it's great. I like the Hard Knocks on HBO. If you're not familiar with it, it's football where they do before the season, and they have the cameras there the whole time doing all the stuff. But for the third time, it's going to be the Cowboys. Third time, Cowboys. Now, I know they got a lot of storylines because the Cowboys they're built on storylines. They're built on all kinds of crazy stuff. Their owner wants it that way. But I got another team that I would much rather see on there. Not because I hate the Cowboys, but because it's the biggest story in football. All right, but let's start it off with today in sports. Today in sports was the 50th All-Star game for Major League Baseball, and it was held at Comiskey Park. Comiskey Park is where the White Sox played. And if you know anything about right now with baseball, the White Sox are on a tear. They're winning their division. They're underrated. I think there's people sleeping on them. They got a top 5 run differential. I mean, they're out here doing things. White Sox. You know what I'm saying? I think about the White Sox. I think about back in the day with the whole NWA with the White Sox, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and all that kind of stuff. But hey, because when I was in school, it was like a fad. You know what I'm saying? You had a White Sox hat on, starter jacket, or something like that. But hey, the White Sox are for real, yo, and you can't sleep on them. But the reason why I brought up that was the 50th All-Star game. The All-Star game is coming up for baseball. I know we don't talk about a lot about baseball right now, but I'm talking about it because of one name. Ohtani! That's right, Ohtani. I've been saying it over and over again. This guy's phenomenal, spectacular, must-see TV. This dude pitches, hits, runs. He does everything. I don't care about the Angels' record. Could care less. I'm tuning in to see him. And that's what baseball's supposed to be doing. Why aren't you marketing this guy? When's the last time we seen somebody do all this? Pitch, hit, run, all that kind of stuff. Who was the last person? Babe Ruth? I mean, was it Babe Ruth? People forget Babe Ruth used to pitch too. But this dude also runs too, yo. It's crazy. This guy makes me want to watch baseball. And I fell off of baseball, I ain't gonna lie, for a little while. But I'm back on there because you know my Mets in first place. But anyway, we'll get to those Mets. But Ohtani! Yeah, he's the guy. He's gonna make me watch everything. The home run derby, all the little this and that, this and this and this. I'm watching all of it. Because of him. So my question is, why ain't Major League Baseball promoting him enough? He's supposed to be on before every game, before everything. Promote this guy. You didn't drop the ball with all these other players, which I don't know what they were doing. They only promote players hitting home runs like Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds, all that kind of stuff. This guy is somebody that you can promote. You know what I'm saying? Where's he from? Look where he's from. He's going to bring countries with him, yo. Look what Yao Ming did in the NBA. You know what I mean? Look what Yao Ming did. I'm not saying Yao Ming was a bad player. He wasn't. He's Hall of Fame, whatever. But he brought people to the table. He brought countries and stuff, man. This guy is a star. He is a star. He's a star. When's the last time you seen a pitcher pitch the way he can do, throwing over 100 and hitting home runs the way he's hitting home runs? When? That's like saying how we got. Let's say we had a Aaron Rodgers type quarterback, but he was so good that he had to play safety also, or linebacker or something. So he had to play both sides of the ball because he was that good. You understand what I'm saying? That's how crazy it is. That's how great this dude could be. Promote him, build him up. I don't care what team he's on. So what? Build him up. Build him up. I don't understand why baseball does this. Baseball always wants to promote all the negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got all the Trevor Bauer stuff going on now with him and the woman and all that. It sucks. It's crazy if he did it. It sucks. But you already suspended him. Suspend him. Move on. Let him have his day in court. Move on. Stop talking about it every day. We don't need to talk about it every day. Whether he did it or not, he's suspended. Go on. When it's time for his court case, then we can bring it up again. Stop talking about it. The sticky stuff on with the pictures. Why do we keep talking about it? Stop talking about it. Stop bringing up all the negative stuff. You know, promote this guy. Ohtani can change the game. He can bring young players involved. He can bring all this. You know what I mean? Black people, African American people, they like that kind of stuff. Why do you think they're drawn to basketball? Because it's like a star bright, lights shining, everything, football, all this stuff. Baseball's really slower. Baseball's slower, and you don't see many black people in there. Why? But if you bring up somebody, bring up some athlete like this, and say, yo, why can't I do that? But they don't promote anybody. Anybody. I don't understand it at all. I don't get it. We talk about all the negative stuff. You know, all the stuff I talked about. Then we talked about the Astros. We still talk about the Astros with the buzzers and all that. We still talking about it, but I mean, we got to talk about them now because they might trending up, yo. The Astros are about trending up. They done won 4 in a row. They lead their division. They lead Major League Baseball and run differential. What is going on? You get busted with all this stuff, win a World Series. People hate you and dog you and call you all these names, and you still winning. And last year they could have almost went to the World Series again. That's what's crazy about it. That's what's crazy about it, man. And then the other team that was associated with it, with the manager, Alex Cora and all that, the Red Sox, they just as high. They just as high, winning their division. Leading, they won the top 5 in run differential too. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So we try to get away from all the negative in baseball, but the negative teams, or what they did in previous years, keep winning. Keep winning. And all the people like the go-to and all the people that they want to be winning and everything ain't winning. Like my trending down team, them Yankees. They barely over 500, like one game. 10.5 out. You got pitchers out here clamoring. I mean, my man Cole, he don't even know what to say no more. He got, we got talk. Don't know what to say. Can't pitch nothing. He forgot how to pitch. Forgot how to throw the ball. Their closer, we done beat the heck out of him. My Mets destroyed him this weekend. Destroyed them. Yeah, my Mets. We won the Subway Series. We still in first place over them Nationals. My Mets. But the Yankees, what happened? Major League Baseball is wanting like the Yankees to help promote everything else. No. You need to promote these small market teams. You need to get on there. These White Sox, the Twins, all these different teams like that, you need to be pumping them. The Padres, look at what they're doing, man. Look at what they're doing. Those are the things that's supposed to be going on. I don't know what baseball is doing. I have no idea. But I know my Mets are still winning. And we ain't hitting the ball. We hit them against the Yankees because they can't pitch. They done forgot. That sticky stuff. I don't know what's up with the sticky stuff. You know what I mean? Some people say, the sticky stuff's good because they throwing 100 miles an hour. I don't want them to lose control. I don't want to get hit. I understand that. I wouldn't want to get hit either. But then some people are saying they use it to the advantage to curve it this way. You talking to me. I played church softball. I played softball, whatever. They call me silly shit. I couldn't hit nothing. I'm striking out everywhere on a slow pitch softball. I ain't even going to try to act like I'm good. I ain't. Can't do it. I strike out in video games a slow pitch softball. That's how bad I am at it. But yeah, I'm happy for that. I'm happy for my Mets. Baseball, get it together. Ohtani is your golden ticket. Get it together. And yes, I will watch it. And yes, I will cheer for him. I don't care what team he's on. My Pharrell Award usually is in a negative light. But with the new NIL rules, where you can get paid for your name, image, and likeness from different schools or whatever, especially since my son had a scholarship to play football for the Naval Academy, which he was there for a little bit. Now he's an ASU Hornet. But anyway, we told him we knew it's this big to make it to the next level. But we said going to academy school, it's gonna be even harder because they make you make that commitment. You gotta serve. You gotta serve in the military before you do whatever. But my Ferrella, where the Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin and Navy has granted Cameron Kinley for the Bucks, the cornerback, to play. They already told him no. They had said no. You will serve first, which they, different presidents that's been in there have revoked rules and all this. But they said no. Now they done revoked it. Secretary of Defense said, nope, go ahead and play. And when you're done playing, you just come back with us. They have no choice. With this new NIL rules, where people can go get money for their name, image, and likeness, if these academy schools ain't letting you go pro, if you can go pro, they ain't get no recruits. You ain't gonna have no money for the school or nothing for different sports. None. Who's gonna go there knowing that you can't go pro? And are they gonna let people get paid for them, or they just want you to be a Marine? I don't know. But this is a clap for the Naval Academy for doing that. Air Force, Army, take heed to this because y'all gonna need that. Unless you don't care about your athletics, and if you don't care about the athletics, let's see how the money goes. You're always gonna have an Army Navy game. You're always gonna have all this, the trophy for them and all that. You're always gonna have all that. But if you try to get any recognition or anything as far as that goes, you gotta allow these people. If you get a talented player to come, he's gonna build money for your school. He or she in different sports, whatever. They're gonna build money for your school or your academy or whatnot. Let them go and then come back. They can serve their purpose another way, because it's this big of a chance that somebody's gonna make it anyway. So let them go. Let them go represent your academy while they're out there, and then they'll come back and serve you later. You got to keep up with the Joneses, academies, Naval Academy, Air Force, Army. Y'all got to keep up with it because ain't nobody gonna come there if they can go somewhere else and get some dollars just by their name. I'm just saying. But kudos to y'all for changing that, Navy. Very smart for y'all to do that. And hey, this dude's going to the Bucks. He might have a chance to win a ring to come back for Navy. You be like, well, how many people went to Naval Academy and won a ring? Might be another one because the Bucks look loaded again. We'll get to football in future episodes. But hey, great job, Navy. Great decision. Way to step in. Now it's time for the meat and potatoes. NBA Finals. Game 1's tonight. Is Giannis gonna play? They're talking about he's questionable. My question is, should he play? Should he play game 1? The past 2 games he ain't played, they've been on a roll. They've been running. Middleton, Holiday, they've been doing their things. And I understand it's the finals. You know what I'm saying? You want all hands on deck or whatever. But I saw Trae Young come back in that game 6. He did not look like him at all. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody else could have contributed. I don't know. But it's hard to tell a superstar like that wants to get out there and do it. It's hard. It's a hard decision. You know what I mean? So he's going to do whatever he wants to do, whatever they think is good for them. But in my opinion, I'm saying play. If you can play, you play. That's the way I look at it. You got a chance to win. You playing. They also talk about Chris Paul is the favorite to win Finals MVP. I don't think so. I wouldn't put my money on that. Not if Giannis might play game 1. He might play game 1. There ain't even no close comparison between them two. You know what I mean? As far as who's putting up what stats. And Booker's got to play. Ayton's got to play. They got to play well. Now, granted, Chris Paul can give them all assists, but hey, I just feel like when it comes down to it, it's going to be not Chris Paul. Would it be cool to see him do it? Cool. Because I'm cheering for them. My wife's cheering for the Bucks. I'm cheering for them. Just because I want to... Chris Paul's one of them gritty type mugs, yo. He got the mentality of like, I don't care if I hurt your feelings or not. I want to win. Giannis out here, we're expecting to win, so we're not going to try hard to get blasted. Just saying. They say the Suns are the clear favorites. Really? They're the clear favorites? I mean, I can see you picking them being the favorites, but I guess it all depends on Giannis for me. If Giannis is Giannis, I think they match up well, and I can see it going 6 or 7 games either way. I want to see a good series. But let's just talk about how great is this? How great is this to see two teams with nothing like as far as fandom goes, except for those two towns, two cities. This is exciting for me. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking at the same stars. We're looking at different stuff. We're looking at different people trying to, cement their legacies. Because this series is going to be a legacy builder for one of them. It's going to be something. We'll get to that. But it's refreshing to see new things. It's refreshing to me. It's crazy. So I don't know if they're the clear favorites or not, but hey. So which team needs to win for their superstar more? Do the Bucks need to win for Giannis more? Or do the Suns need to win for Chris Paul more? And people are going to say Chris Paul got to win because 16 years and never been in it. And he needs to cement it. He needs to get a ring. I get that. People are going to say Giannis needs it because he's MVP twice and da-da-da-da. And I get that. At the end of the day, I say the Bucks have to win for their star. I mean, Giannis, you're a two-time, in the past 3 years, you're a two-time MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. The best record in 2 out of 3 last years. You were supposed to be here 2 years ago. You were supposed to be here 2 years ago. The year before that also. You were supposed to be here already. You were supposed to already been there and done that. Already been there and done that. And you ain't done it. You best believe you better do it now. Because if you don't do it now, you're not getting back. No time soon. Not with the Nets. Not with the Nets still there. Philadelphia's still there. You don't do it now, this is your opportunity. This is your Houston Rockets versus the New York Knicks. One of y'all's going to get a ring. Patrick Ewing could have helped his legacy if he'd have won. Olajuwon helped his by winning. This is y'all's thing. Jordan was out then. Hey, the stars are out now. Kawhi's out. LeBron's out. KD's out. This is y'all's chance right now with all these injuries. But my answer is Phoenix. My answer is Phoenix because you had an easy road, sir. I mean, if they would have lost to the Lakers in the first round with a healthy AD, LeBron did that, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have complained about Chris Paul. They're like, hey man, you ran into them. Hey, that's what happened. But you didn't. Then you played Denver without Jamal Murray after what he did, and with the new MVP Jokic. You didn't have to worry about him, so you won that. Then you had to play the Flippers. This is the first time they ever made it to the conference finals, which he was a part of for 6 years and had all those failures. And they accomplished that without him. They accomplished that without Chris Paul. Don't forget that. But yeah, you beat the Flippers, but they were without Kawhi Leonard. So now you're looking at it like, hey man, you here now. You better finish it, because if you don't, they're going to say, man, the only reason why he made it to the finals is because everybody was out. Finish the deal, Chris Paul. Finish the deal. Finish the deal. And I think he will. And I think he will because he's got that in him. I just don't feel the same about Giannis. I like Giannis, but hey, I just don't feel like... I feel like he's thinking, I got plenty more time. Like a Dan Marino type when I went to the Super Bowl. Like, well, this is my rookie year, my first time here. I'll be back. You ain't get back, bro. You ain't get back. You start making glove commercials and stuff, and Ace Ventura with the dolphin and everything. You know what I mean? Like, Dan Marino's one of the greatest ever, but supposedly he got that ring. I'm just saying. So there we go. I'm picking the Suns to win. I think it's more important to the Suns to win for Chris Paul because of the way that it laid out, not because of anything else. If all the stars would have been there, I would have said it's more important to Giannis because of what he's already accomplished and everything else, but all the MVPs and everything else. But the way Chris Paul went through teams missing their best player or their second best player, if not close to their best player, every round. And we looking at Giannis, the best player on the Bucks, who might not be 100%. So every series, your best, So I feel like you have to do it, because after you do it, nobody's gonna remember. Nobody's gonna care that those teams didn't have those players. We're gonna be like, Chris Paul got him a ring. But if he loses, they're gonna be like, man, remember he finally made it to the finals, but he ain't played nobody. That will come back up. It will come back up. I'm just saying. Boy, I got a backlash about the Paul George things that I said. Wow. So I'm just going to list off these names. These are some of the names that I got that everybody said was better than Paul George. And I said he was a top 10 player. I got Luka, Steph, Giannis, Kawhi, Dame, LeBron, Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Westbrook, Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell, Booker, Jokic, Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Harden, CP3, and AD. And some of them I agree with you. You know what I mean? If I start looking at it, I say I would pick Luka over him just because of the playmaking ability. Steph, I'd give you Steph over him. That's 2. I'd give you Giannis. That's 3. Kawhi, I'm going to give you 4. LeBron, I'll give you 5. Going down the line again, I'm going to give you Jokic, I guess. I'll give you him because it's 6. Embiid, I'll give you 7. AD, I'll give you 8. Harden, I would probably go with Harden just because of the way he playmate with the Nets this year. So that's 9. So that's 9 right there. So if I say Paul George is 10, that means I'm saying Paul George is better than Dame. And I love me some Dame. But I ain't never seen Dame lock down nobody on the defensive end. Yeah, he's a clutch shooter, clutch player, whatever. But I've seen Paul George do the same thing. And lock down the defender. Then another person, somebody said, Trae Young. Trae Young's just starting, man. Trae Young's just starting. And defending what? He ain't doing nothing on the other side of the ball. Really? People dogged him in the paint. Come on, really? Bradley Beal. Really? Bradley Beal? He's just emerging as something right now. Paul George has put in work. No. Westbrook, he was on the team with Westbrook and almost won MVP. On the same team. No. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell couldn't could not beat the Flippers without Kawhi Leonard. They were up in the series and lost every game after that. Really? Donovan Mitchell? No. Booker? I love me some Booker too, yo. I love me some Booker. But he's just starting, man. He's just starting. Plus, he don't play not Paul George defense. No. Jimmy Butler? No. Jimmy Butler's no. I mean, it's a no. It's a no. And then CP3, really? So, I mean, I'm still sitting at it like, yo, if he's not top 10, he might be top 12. I mean, I might go battling like this with a couple of them, but yo, don't try to act like Paul George ain't that dude like that. He's still that. He still can be that guy. It's not a question. It's not a question. It's not a question at all. I would love to have Paul George on my team right now. Right now. I'm going to get off of the basketball now. But I'm going to finish up. With this Hard Knocks. Everybody loves Hard Knocks on HBO. We love it all. Cowboys again for the 3rd time. Here's my thing, though. Fact or fiction? I say fact that the Green Bay Packers would be a better Hard Knocks than Dallas. Why? Oh, Green Bay, they're boring. What's the hottest story in football right now? What's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers? Where's he going to go? What's going on? You can't tell me. You put cameras in there, interviewing people, talking about different things coming up. Somebody's going to slip up and say the wrong thing. Somebody's going to be like, yo, I wish Aaron was here. Yo. Somebody, pass catcher, Devontae. Yo, that could be classic. I don't want to hear this with the Cowboys. Like, oh, Dak's back. Oh, all right, we're going to do this now. All right, yeah. We got new young guys on defense. Yeah. Oh, rah, Dak. Oh, yeah. No. I want to see the controversy. I want to see the mayhem. I want to see all the stuff. I want to see people talking about something. See if anybody else is talking about the organization like Aaron Rodgers talking about. That's what I want to see on Hard Knocks. Because Hard Knocks lets you get in. So why we want to get into some happy cowboy crap? You know what I mean? Brokeback Cowboys. I don't want to see none of that. Green Bay should have been the pick. Green Bay should have been the choice. I'm out. Rellism Sports Talk.